Hey, it's Dr. Charles, aka CoachMD. In my over 30 years of medical practice, I've made it my goal to help you create a great life by achieving a strong mind, a healthy body, and an unshakable spirit. What I want to bring to you today is a story about technology, about science, and the incredible advances that are being made and the possibilities of what's coming in the future. And this is a story about a paralyzed man with a severed spine who walks thanks to an implant. And this is really incredible because we all know somebody who has been touched by a spinal cord injury and who changed their lives in just a split second. And it's really can be devastating, obviously. So let's take a look at this, and first we'll go over this um, the video of the gentleman who Michael Riccotti, who was allowed to walk with an implant. Let's take a look. Now, that may not look like something really special, but if you can understand that somebody who has a spinal cord injury has complete flaccid lower extremity, could not be able to ambulate with a walker such as this. It is the first time that someone has had a complete cut to their spinal cord. That means you'll see in a second, completely severed all the nerves that go to the lower extremity and was able to walk freely. The same technology has improved the health of another paralyzed patient to the extent that he has been able to become a father, and we'll see that in a second. The research has been published in the journal Nature Medicine. Michael Riccotti was paralyzed after a motorbike accident 5 years ago. His spinal cord was completely severed, and he has no feeling at all in his legs. But he can now walk because of an electrical implant that has been surgically attached to his spine. And if you think about it, I talk a lot about our brain and the connections that our brain makes. Well, they're electrical connections. Electricity is the movement of atoms and electrons and all sorts of atomic particles. That's what electricity is. Well, the way that our brain communicates are with electrical stimuli. So if you could replace kind of an artificially induced electrical stimuli, why can't it communicate with the other nerves downstream, so to speak, to make this happen? So, let's take a further look at this. Someone this injured has never been able to walk like this before. The researchers stressed that isn't a cure for spinal cord injury and that the technology is still too complicated to be used in everyday life, but hail it nonetheless as a but hail it nonetheless as a major step to improving quality of life. I met Michael at the lab where the implant was created. He told me that the technology is a quote gift to me. Now let's look at this. This is a picture of nerves in the spinal cord that send signals from the brain to the legs, right? So it's an electrical stimuli. Starts in the brain, goes down. We don't have to think about it, just happens, right? Goes down the spinal cord. And two, when a spine is damaged, these signals are often too weak to create movement. So it comes down, but all of a sudden there's a sever, something that stops it, and there's no more signals to go to. So the legs are flaccid. Now we can't. It doesn't happen automatically. But if an electrical implant boosts the signal, it could enable someone to walk again, as we've seen, and we'll see again. I stand up, walk where I want to. I can walk the stairs. It's almost a normal life. It was not the technology alone that drove Michael's recovery. The young Italian has a steely resolve, and that this is very important because it's not only electricity and chemicals, it is also your spirit, Your spirit drives your mind, which can overcome some of the physical parts of our body, some of the uh, the regular automatic processes. It's a higher mind, and the brain that I separate them. The brain will control the kind of ordinary, everyday carryings on of our body, but the mind can overcome that and actually bring it to another level. So that's his steely resolve they're talking about. He told me that from the moment of his accident, he was determined to make as much progress as he could. I used to box, run, and do fitness training in the gym, but after the incident, I could not do the things that I love to do. But I did not let my mood go down. I never stopped my rehabilitation. I wanted to solve this problem. The speed of Michael's recovery amazed the neurosurgeon who inserted the implant and expertly attached electrodes to individual nerve fibers. That's perseverance, because those are very small and very many. Professor Jocelyn Block at Lucerne University Hospital. I was extremely surprised, she told me. Michael is absolutely incredible. He should be able to use this technology to progress and be better and better. And what he said was, I always dreamed of walking again. Doctors use deep brain ultrasound therapy to treat tremors. Parkinson's results beyond researchers' wildest dreams. And these are links to other articles, which if you can get in the comment section below, in the description of this, you'll get the link to this article, which has these other links. The research has been backed by Dr. Ram Hariharan. I'm going to say this, I got to pronounce this. Harry Harron, a consultant at the Northern General Hospital in Sheffield, who is independent of the research team and also speaks for the Spinal Injuries Association. As you know, this is from the UK, and this is from the BBC, an article. They have done something that has not been done before. I have not heard of any study where they have put an implant into a patient with a complete spinal cord cut and demonstrated muscle movements and improved balance enough to stand and walk. But he added more clinical trials need to be carried out before he could be convinced that it was an effective treatment. We need more numbers of patients to show that it is first safe and that it significantly enhances their lives. Only then can we be taken forward. Nerves in the spinal cord send signals from the brain to the legs. Some people are paralyzed when the nerves are damaged through injury. In Michael's case, there's no signal at all to his legs because the spinal cord is completely severed. And what severs it is the spinal cord runs inside the spinal canal, which is the vertebrae, is surrounded by the vertebral bodies of our spine. And in the injury, like you can fracture an arm, you could fracture a leg. Well, if you fracture your spine, break the spine, the bone actually, since it runs inside, actually cuts it. And that's what they're talking about here. In Michael's case, there's no signal at all to his legs because the spinal cord is completely severed, right? So we talked about. Now look at this. Here's another one where paralysis implant patient walks with his infant daughter. Let's watch this.
Yeah. Ready? Set, go. Here we are.
Incredible, right? It's more incredible if you know someone who's seen someone where this has happened.
Wait for me, sorry. Yeah, way faster. Yeah.
So David, how's it going?
It's great. It's a good feeling, especially walking with my daughter. She with her walker, I'm with mine. Nice.
This is not the cure for spinal cord injury, but it is a critical step to improve people's quality of life. We are going to empower them with the ability to stand, maybe to make some step. It is not enough. It's not a cure, but it is a significant improvement, I believe, for the future.
Okay. Yes.
Steam on.
The only one? I'm not using it as a neuroprosthetics, but more as a training device. At least until now, I have the feeling that science improves and that the technology gets even better, and that then maybe one day I could use it in everyday life. Yeah?
Oh, very special. So far, 9 people have received the implant and regained the ability to walk. And this is really incredible story. And if you want to read more about it, again, the link is below in the description. So, I hope this is if you know of anybody who has a spinal cord injury, you might want to look into research that's being done. I'm sure in the United States, there's other facilities that are having trials with this. And it just gives you some hope when these injuries happen. The first thought is that there's no hope, but there is, and that's with the advancement and the sheer willpower of scientists who are dedicated to developing technology like this that really helps people. So I hope this is beneficial to you. Leave your comments below. Until next time, I'm Dr. Charles, urging you to stay strong in mind, in body, and right here in soul. Bye for now.
Dr. Charles, CoachMD. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure to like and comment below. I'd love to hear from you. If you think you have a friend who might benefit from this video, share it with them. For access to exclusive content, support my Patreon. There you'll get private access to videos, meditations, health tips, even relationship and financial tips. You'll have a say in what I produce and be able to participate in a monthly call with me. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you soon.